Hello, beautiful energy. Thank you for being here. I feel happiness knowing that you are here because it's not a coincidence that we found each other. I have some cool stuff to share. It might sound kind of boring. Maybe we'll see what you think. It might awaken a nice reflection for you, though, so we'll find out. Only way to find out is to keep going, right? So let me tell you about my day so far. Not the whole thing, but I'll tell you about the class that I was just in. I was just in a class, and one of the questions that we were asked to journal about, which we did this amazing Kundalini Kundalini yoga exercise to bring us even more into the flow state, which was amazing. I believe we live in flow eternally, so it's great to there's definitely a spectrum of flow though. You're either super deep into it or you're kind of in it or you're in it and out, and it's but even when you're out of flow, you're still in flow. You're just on the one end of the spectrum. But anyways, that's how I see it for now in this moment. But so we did the Kundalini yoga practice. It was very cool. I can maybe share it with you guys sometime. I'm not certified to be sharing stuff like that though, but we'll see. Maybe I'll just share it as a friend. I feel like I have to be clear about that stuff. So when I share some of the stuff I share, I'm like, well, I'm just sharing this as a friend, helping people out. But anyways, so we why is my mind going blank? We were asked after the flow state practice, the practice to help us be even more in the flow. We were asked to write about the impact that we want our work to have, our art to have, our business to have. This is a big group of multiple types of creatives and visionaries and people, really. Very diverse group, large group, 30,000 people in this group. Anyways, the journal practice was to write about the impact that we want to have, and I want to be clear and say this isn't a promise of what I'm going to do in my life, but this is just a rough draft, really. And the reason why I'm sharing this is because I was asked to share it. I was asked to share it specifically in the class group, but I want to share it here in my live public community. So I'm doing that. But yeah, I want to help people by giving them space to just be. And I want to be clear that I'm experiencing a little bit of a blockage, or not like a blockage, but a split, where there's a piece of psyche, mind, energy that's yeah, let's help people, let's go. I want to give people space to just be and just feel. And I also want to remind people of the power that they have to choose their experiences among many possibilities, infinite possibilities, if you will. There's that piece, and I'm giving a lot of energy to that piece. I'm giving a lot of power to that piece. What I want to take the power away from, or really just integrate right now, is I'm gonna do it in this moment live on camera, but I just want to integrate the part of me that in the past wouldn't want to help people because, there were certain people that treated a past version of me a certain way and created a whole story that I'm not comfortable with continuing to live in. I like to live in the reality where people are loving. I like to live in the reality where I'm surrounded by people that truly care for me, and I believe that I can manifest that. I believe that I can have that, and I can experience that. I am experiencing that in a way right now, right? So yeah, that's some of what I wrote. I also wrote that I want people to be free to experience whatever they want to, traveling, financial security, whatever emotions and thoughts they want to have, having them. I want people to have the space to learn about themselves, to truly cultivate love for themselves. I want people to realize greatness within themselves. And again, I'm not entirely sure what the how is. This is the beginning of a new journey, really. I've dabbled in so many different, I don't even know how to categorize what I've dabbled in. I've just been trying many things and experiencing many things, and this feels like the beginning of trying something new. Like, yeah, I don't think I've ever freely journaled about the impact that I want to have on people through what I'm choosing to create in my life experiences. So I'm choosing to create this video, and we'll see the type of impact that it has. It would be nice for someone watching this to feel that safety in their body, to maybe close their eyes and just listen to their heart. It'd be nice for the impact to be that you feel like you can do whatever thing it is that you've been wanting to do, because I'm doing something I want to do. So you're like, well, if she's doing something she wants to do, then I can do something I want to do. And, maybe the simplicity and the authenticity of this video will be inspiring the way, I'm just wearing a t-shirt, cute little pair of earrings, got my glasses on, no makeup, cute little hat. Like, this is just how I felt comfortable showing up today. And so, yeah, it's okay to be in your comfort zone. I have a great quote from Victor Oddo today. Now the video is becoming a ramble, but I love it. This is the quote. Here it is. He said something about the action that you're taking. It can feel scary, but you also know that it's right, so you still do it. And I really loved that emphasis on how sometimes things can feel really right to you, but they also can feel scary. Sometimes things can feel scary and they also feel really wrong to me, and it's been confusing for me to think that getting out of my comfort zone means success, just like this big blanket of like, every time I get out of my comfort zone I'll experience success. And it's like, I've learned from my experiences, for me, in whatever life game I have, the experiences I've had, I've just learned that it's not always a positive to push the comfort zone, and sometimes the comfort zone is really amazing. Over the many years that I've been showing up on camera, I've become more and more comfortable with it. I feel safe here, I feel comfortable here, I feel able to express myself here, and I'm committed to maintaining that feeling. I don't think there's anything wrong with finding something that you're comfortable with, finding something that you truly enjoy, and just living in that energy. Maybe you want to chase the satisfaction of like expanding your ability to do and to be and to have. Everyone's different. But that really stood out to me in the class when he said, even though it's scary, if it feels right, you're doing it. And there definitely was a little bit of doubt of if I should even make this video, if I should even talk about this stuff. But what my inner voice said was that this is my life, this is a real experience that I had, and I'm just talking about it. It can be as simple as that, and it doesn't have to be anything more than that. I can just turn on my camera and talk about the experience that I just had in this class. It was an overall incredibly positive experience. We started at 12 p.m. Eastern time, ended around 1:45 p.m. Eastern time. This beautiful person, this human, just gave thousands of people an hour and 45 minutes of his time, and I felt that a large percentage of what he was sharing was very valuable to me, and I felt very powerful and very able to make a conscious choice of what I'm stepping into, really. Another point in the class, he was talking about growing a business, and he was talking about how chasing money and wanting money or wanting stuff for yourself and building a business because of that, he said that that doesn't work. And I love that he brought that up, because I have felt pressured by people that are not me to be a certain way about business and be a certain way about money, where I'm almost thinking about it more than I have chosen to in the past. And I feel like this class is really like leading me back into myself and back into, yeah, like making the impact sounds really cool. I don't know how much money I'll make while I'm doing it, but making the impact and having the experience where, you know, a person can actually like I'm getting this vision right now of this person, like, you know, a lot of my stuff is online. Maybe someday it will be in person as well, but that would be amazing. But, you know, like someone just sending you the message of like, hey, like your video really inspired me. Like that literally happened yesterday. I got a message like that from someone while I was streaming, that they always feel uplifted when they watch my videos and they love my style of creating. Like that really is amazing. That's why I'm doing this. If I make money from my art, that would be epic, because then I wouldn't have to like split my focus, because if I do search for income in other ways, you know, my focus is going to be like in multiple places, and it's nice to have a lot of focus on art and the impact, um, the impact and the concept of impact, positive change, positive motion into a direction that we truly love as a community. That is what got me into entrepreneurship. That's what led me into starting my first business, opening up my first LLC in 2019. And there were people in my life that were very upset that I wasn't making more money, and I couldn't care less. Is that the right way of saying that? Couldn't care less. I could care less. I always get that. I can tell when other people are saying it, but when I'm the one saying, I couldn't care less. Yeah, I couldn't care less, because I was not really caring about the money part. I was focused on the expression, fine-tuning the expression to be the one that could generate the impact that I had my eyes on, that I had my focus on. And I can still remember my first ever idea of impact, of change, and it was, I stand for women to end the war that they fight with their bodies. Obviously, that's not a central part of my work today. It has changed, but I can still remember the war that I had been in with my own body, and the hate that I had and the dislike that I had for myself, rooted in childhood bullying experiences and rumors being started about me. And I just started to hate my appearance and hate the way I looked. And it was really, really difficult for me. And when I was able to find different things and experience different things, have different experiences that led me into loving my body, that led me into enjoying my body, such as listening to affirmations while I go to sleep, loving affirmations, kind affirmations, filling my mind, exposing my mind to these thoughts of like, I truly love my body and I'm so grateful for the way it moves and I'm so grateful for my health. Just streams of consciousness like that, beginning to journal, beginning to meditate, beginning to really go within and find that place, knowing from others, because others talked about that place within, and they talked about what they were finding within, and they shared their stories and they shared their journeys, and it did impact me. And then when I had the opportunity to be in a room full of entrepreneurs because of a job that I was working as an assistant to a holistic women's coach, amazing opportunity, amazing to be around these people. oh my gosh, I wanted it so bad. I wanted so bad to be part of that world and to be the one that is channeling the impact and successfully experiencing the world that they dream of. And the world that I was dreaming of at that time was a world where all women loved their bodies. I was really into that. And there were men that met me in that time period that were like, this is not just about women though, like men need this too. And I was like, yeah, very true. Like I am not a man, I am a woman, but yeah, I can speak to my best ability to help men love their bodies too. But it was just amazing to think of all people all around the world truly loving themselves and loving their bodies. And I didn't get too far with the entrepreneurship piece. I mean, this is turning into a really long story. I can maybe tell the story another time where I'm prepared to tell it. Sometimes it is really nice though when I'm just speaking from the heart and letting things flow. So I do appreciate this space. So thanks for having me. Thanks for allowing me to come in and listening to me for as long as you did. I could go on and on and on, but I actually do have a meeting that I need to be in. I don't even know what time it is. I just turned on my camera. I was like, I'm just gonna talk real quick. Oh yeah, it's in 5 minutes, so I'm not late yet. But yeah, my meeting's in 5 minutes. I guess I could talk for 2 more minutes. Long story short, I mean, this year was 2019 and the year right now is 2025, so a lot happened. A lot happened, and maybe if you've seen some of my other videos, you've seen other pieces of my past, but the point is that we're here today. And another thing I learned today was reframing the past, taking the positives from the past and just going, just absorbing that positive energy, absorbing everything you learned. Victor shared a question that he likes to ask himself. Where is it? He talked about how hard it is, how hard it can be to like get over past challenges and to ask these questions. Like he had a lot of compassion. He said, what can I gain from this situation? What is this situation teaching me? And that was really helpful to me. I was in a space where I was like, yeah, I can bring up a couple of challenges and consider like, what did I gain from this situation? I journaled about that too. It was great. It was a great class. And I host classes too, so it was nice to like be hosted in a class and experience how awesome it is, and to be like, wow, like people that take my classes, people that come to my experiences that I host, they might be feeling like this too after it. Like they might be really feeling like they got some value out of it. Like I should, get the feedback from the people more so I can find out how they are feeling, and is the impact that I want matching the impact that I'm getting. So I pray that it does, and I'll do everything in my power to ensure that it does. I'm excited to keep revisiting this question and revisiting this concept of the impact that I can possibly have by choosing to create videos, choosing to write poetry, choosing to speak, choosing to write, choosing to guide, choosing to host journaling circles, and what else do I do, you guys? I do so many things. I told someone last night on my live stream, I was like, I have so many jobs. I really do. So many different jobs that I love. And I'll be doing this, as long as I can do it. Did I wrap up my story from before? I feel like I did. The whole past stuff. Oh, yeah, I did have a little bit more to wrap up. And then I do need to go. But what if I focus on the impact? May you be safe where you are. And if you're not, may you recognize the journey towards safety. May you be at peace with where you are. And if you're not, may you recognize where you are at on the journey towards peace. May you find a direction that you are excited about going, and may you go there. May you walk that path in the same way that I've found a cool path, a path that Victor and Aaron are leading. These are the people that are hosting these classes that I've signed up for, and they're showing this path, and it's nice to walk on it. I'm very used to paving my own path, so it's nice to have a path that others they've walked on it before us. I'm getting the most beautiful vision of this, and it's like, okay, yeah, like, let me try out this path. Super cool. So yeah, that's my long version of how I want to help people, which is really cool. I think it's cool to help others and support others and share what you want to share with the world. Share those positive moments, share those stories that feel inspiring, share what's on your heart to share the ideas you have. And I'll connect with you again in another space, another time, and hopefully I won't be on my way to a meeting and we'll have much more time for us to connect. So I appreciate you connecting. I appreciate you being here for this whole entire video. Let me know in the comments if you have a vision of the impact that you are creating by existing on this earth. How do you make people feel? You don't have to be an entrepreneur or an artist. You probably are an artist though, because who isn't an artist? You're creating life right now. You're creating this moment. You know, you're choosing this. It's just that, you know, it's something that I'm creating too, so we're co-creating. But you don't have to be like independently creating to call yourself an artist. You could just be a co-creating artist too. But yeah, what kind of artist are you? What type of creator are you? What kind of impact do you visualize yourself creating in the world? And thank you again. Thank you for being here. And I'm sending blessings to everyone for whatever it is that they're doing next. Sending it to myself too. And I'll connect with you again whenever the timing is meant to be.